there YouTube. So today we're going to remodel or add on to, however you want to say, the Lego set 60265, and it is a city set from 2020. So you can look at the video I did of the substation, underwater substation, which I have done a previous video of how to build it up. I have now built 3 of them. There is another build on at the back there, but I have now built 3 of them. My son is talking in the background, but it was because in the set I had this random opening. I didn't like the finish of that for my build. I thought it was unfinished, that I wanted to finish it off, make it actually special. And so my son Andrew's going to help me today, aren't you, Andrew? Yeah, he's too scared to say anything, but that's all right. I'm going to build out more of the rock formation here to make it more of a, like I said, a rocky. We may have background noise because my other son is in the background too. So I do like that I've now got 3 of the hammerhead sharks. Actually, we've now got 4 hammerhead sharks because we've also had another set.
So one of the sets like this?
Yeah, it was just a little under. It was a little $9 set. Hang on, I may even be able to tell you what this set number was. It was set 60263, so that did come with a hammerhead shark as well. But we do now have 3 stingrays, which is, no, we've only got 3 stingrays, but 4 hammerhead sharks. So we're going to incorporate them. I'm not sure if I'll keep a second of these underwater rovers. I may not. The third one I can see just going for parts, honestly.
And we could make one of them into like a sea thing to see what it's doing in the water.
We could. Yes, that milk, Richard. This one also might just go into, we're going to have a warehouse of building the underwater machines, so that might go into there as well. So they're a play. We've got extra gas cylinders on the pallet, of which let's see if I can show. I've got one connected to the underwater scene.
No, Andrew, this isn't for you.
I could have one on the wharf ready to be loaded, and then again I might use the third one for parts. We've got these options now. Same with the bike frames. I might put them as 2 in a bike shop and just keep 1 for underwater. I'm definitely going to have the extra bottles, have 1 underwater and 2 for a pub, because I know I've got a pub to build later as well.
And we could actually find some spare tyres and maybe a light for it.
We could, couldn't we? Lighten the wheels for the bikes. So what I do need to do is change some of the faces on the people, due to, so we don't have 3 exactly the same sets. So what I'm going to do is turn this one into a jumpsuit. Oops, I'm going to do it. Girl jumpsuit with glasses. Might change her hair colour. Actually, I think I've got different girl. This is the girl face. We're having manipulations. So I'll have a play with the people and I can show you the end product. Okay, so I've done some configurations on the people.
And
and arrangements on the people. So I've also added the 4 extra people I had from set 60264, because I did have 2 of those sets. So these ones down here, I'll come and show you. Oops, sorry about that. Show you a bit closer. So they're all different faces and the jumpsuits. I don't know whether I'll use hats or hair pieces, but I didn't actually want to have more of them under the water, because I did think I had enough underwater people. And then I've got these ones as well, where this one could be, this lady here could be setting up to go underwater, so might have her near getting her flippers and her scuba hat and that on, but actually in the base. So we've got 4 more men, all different heads. I think I've doubled that head, so I might change him for one of the other male heads I do have. All the others, like sweating doctor, I think that could be quite interesting. Yeah, sweating doctor. So he might be doing an experiment or something that stressing him out. Otherwise, yeah, we've got laid back doctor, microphone worker. So he's definitely a part of the how it's workings. Like I said, there are a couple in the jumpsuity sets, whether they're about to go driving or something. And then yeah, these ones will find headpieces as we're going along to build them up, but they can go, I was thinking working on the wall when I build that, adding the extra 7 people I've got up here, I think will be plenty going in the base with the other 3, so that would potentially be 10 people in our underwater base, plus the couple of people we've got working out in the ocean as well. So I've also got a jar of heads, and there's cameras in there. I've got a metal detector, torches, scuba gear, the flippers,
head goggles that have little stick bits at the circle, clear 1 by 1 clear round pieces, and that won't even stay on the holder.
That's right, so we've got all that going on.
We'll put them on. Pump it, and
I've got a jar of also my extra people at the moment for when I either build a wharf or whatnot. I'm going to put the bikes and the bottles in with this at the moment as my extra builds. I will probably put the rover in there as well at this stage, just to play around, and that's what I've got to work for at the moment. So our next idea is to actually start building the base. But what I do have to do with the base is, because I am building out this way, I would like these roofs to be semi-detachable, so I can actually get my hand in and move the people around just to build that up. So that is one job I'd have to do.
Or I could do it.
Or you could do it. Second idea is to this one. So my plan is not destroy the whole base. Let's move all the people out of the way. Is to actually, I'm really destroying it now. Okay, let's push you back on. That's it. So I have the 2, yes, I deliberately had that one on. The 2 pods there, and 1 joined in the middle. So these pods will join to the bases, and then I might just have windows front and back of the middle pod just to extend it. And that should then enclose all those open pieces and actually have a complete looking set. What I also want to change is, like I said, have the rock formation around and not on each pod. So I'm going to do a bit of build and show you what I've done. So I have been playing around, so I've pretty much stripped one of the sets. So I've got the main piece, the cap. I've also changed this, so I've got two of the pressure gauges.
That one was the pressure gauge, the bench, and the
Also, they're both out of the control quarters section.
the table and the spinning chair.
And this man, let's see if you can see. So I've got the face with the sweating expression, and I thought he would work well in front of the controls. Not that you'd see his face very often being in there, but just to show, oh my goodness, I'm in the controls, what's going on. So in this side, so this is my main side that's got the rock formation. I've still got some of my guys from before. I've moved the other bed set across and put one of the ladies in having a cup of tea or coffee or whatever they want. I do need to put the crew quarters sticker, and I'm going to put it this side instead of this side. Let's see if I can find it. I'm going to put the crew quarters sticker just to show that both these sides are through and both facing the same direction. Now, what I have also done is got the third one. This one says, let's see, me moving around, sorry. This one says the control room, and so this side I'm going to have another control room, because in here I have the doctor taking photos of that fish tank with the syringe and all that. So she's got a sign for the control room.
Plus we've got
another sticker, don't we? And this side I've got a man with a camera, and he is supposed to have 3 gems in there. One's fallen off. Let's see if I can get the gem off the floor. Okay, so my idea was 3 gems on the table, and he's taking photos of them. So what I might do is put him in the seat, click him in. I'm going to click him, yep, and then put the 3rd gemstone in the centre, and that's what he's researching in his little crew section or lab section, whatever you want to. I'm going to stick off that one, would go just there, and so that way all the stickers for the crew pods or living areas are all facing the same way. Otherwise I've pretty much kept this second pod the same. The only difference I did take was, and I've moved the gem again, I took the rock formation out of here and just put one of the stands from my 3rd one. So my
like that.
the stand that came from here ended up being the base of the second pod. Now I've taken the rocks out from this one as well, and I do need to replace, so stand here. The idea is, let's see if I can show it. Sorry, I just bumped you. I'll just move them all around too. Sorry, I'm doing this off film too. Trying to just put rough idea. No, it's not going to stay. It's not going to stay because it's not supported. So the idea will be they all butt up together. And we'll make a
curvy bit.
I will, yes, fill in those walls. So that will be my next bit. Fill in those two ends, but that will be one of the last things. But I don't know if you can, that's the idea, that it is a full underground compound then.
And we can have lots of the workers, lots of like people work, it's 3 tabs, so you'll need like lots of controls to drive it all.
You would need lots of controls. So this one was having one of the ladies, but she's getting ready to go underwater. So she's gone into the room to get her scuba gear and flippers going on. So I've got the scuba gear in there for our lady. That will have a head on. The original. So you can see I've just knocked it all off the table. So you get the expression too. Let's see if I can put it all back on the table. Nope, I'll just knock it all off instead. Like I said, she's there getting ready, as if heading out, or maybe she's been out in the ocean and has come back in, whatever your situation you think is happening. And that will join for that pod. So now I've got to change this bit, so I'm going to change my center black tier to the edge. I'm actually going to add a red tier, which I seem to have misplaced. So that's my next move. So I've changed my middle base. So I have moved this pillar from the center across, adding another 2x2 circle piece under the support, and adding the 5 red 2x2 circles with the grill bit, just because that's what I had in for the center. Now I thought red would be alright because it is matching the pipe section, so it might be a gas pipe coming up as part of the research too, but the colour scheme wasn't odd for that bit. And so that will then be able to marry up with my bases that way. So I need to do some modification to this centre pillar, because my plan is to incorporate these glass domes for the edges, face fronts. With that I will need 1x4 brick with the technic holes in. So I've got 2 of them. That's just so I've got something for these clips of the dome pieces to clip onto. So that is my next move. So I'm in a bit of a dilemma at the moment. I said I was going off to fix my centerpiece because I'm loving how this base bit's looking, the pipe work, the layout. I cannot figure out the configuration for my domes to look nice, and yeah, it's just doing my head in this centerpiece. So guess what? I'm going to scrap it, or not scrap it, but change the design changed it up so I've only got one pod in the middle instead of the 2 pods and the I was going to say hexagon. Yeah, that's 1, 2 octagon in the middle. Here's me counting in my head. So what I'm also going to be doing is adapting this lady getting ready. So she'll be possibly squeezed in with this bit, or I keep this as my controls section, which is more likely, and I'm going to put her getting changed in one of my other octagons. So I do have room there. I should be able to figure something out. Otherwise I can just change it totally and put it in one of my end pods as well. So instead of having one of these end pods, I could potentially use this. So lots of ideas, lots of possibilities of what works. And as you're building Lego fans, you come across this problem too, or at least I have found this in the past, that you're going along and going, oh, I like this idea, we could do this, this will work with this, and you get to a point and go, I can't figure that out, and that is okay as well. So what I'm going to do with the bits from this section is going to be able to fill in these walls better. So I'll have those pieces and just have that one pod. So that is my next move. So this here is how I've come up with the configuration of how it will look. Still haven't put the middle pod in because I'm going to finish those walls. That's roughly what my floor base and sorry, what am I trying to say? And the configuration. So I don't mind that look. Like I said, I think I did like the other where it was longer. It just wasn't working. So now my next move, now that I have figured out space-wise and the base bit, is to get those walls in. So I'll see you when I've done that. Sorry, I also just wanted to let you know that all I've done is use the existing base plates. So I've connected the 2 original bases like this, butted them up. So I've got the main support beam on the edge of that, just holding into this other leg that was off the front, and then just put a couple of the pieces that were used before just to tie it all in together. So I haven't used anything extra there so far. So just for this bit, it has been those 3 sets. I may need to use extra pieces now as I'm going into building this wall, so we will find out. Sorry, it is a bit wobbly now because I am doing it by hand. So I've just taken the side face off of one of my original main bases, replaced a 3 brick base with a 2x1, one of those angle bits from my no longer used 3rd piece. I'm going to try and build up this framework. Might not have the arch, but the side bits in here, and then put the faceplate plate and pod back on, and again the other side. So for example, sorry, it is by hand, just like that. And then if I do like I said, potentially having an archway like that. I don't know if it blocks in my man a bit. Who I do have to find a head for. Right there. So you can see I do have to fill in the side, and then again another do the grill piece for this one. Just a moment, I'm just using the pieces that I've got. That will go in there. And potentially just like that. That will probably be kept as a tree so that I can do more angle pieces. Probably I won't have the arm there, and again I might run out for angle pieces, but I'll just see what I've got in my stash as well to build it up. So see when I have finished this wall and this pot. So this is my first octagon finished. I ended up making the decision to put the arm in this one, even though I was not going to do so, just because I've run out of these angle pieces. So this just finishes this pod off nicely. So I've got a 2-plate in here, but I've got a 3-plate brick, a 2x1 brick, a 3x1, and 3x1, 3x1. I could do 3x1 here because that is a single piece. So I could then use the piece that I've got left over. So I'm sure I'll need those single bricks later. And for that, I can then put this one. Now, I don't want it on so hard that it doesn't come off easy. So I might put those jumper plates on that only is just touching, so I can move my knee inside. It's not the easiest to move with the second arch in there, but I did find it. Did finish it off nicely. Now I can put the pod that I'm keeping, which is my doctor or scientist that's sweating away as he's looking at the gauges. Pop in. Now I just build up the second wall. Now because I have run out of those angled wall pieces, I'm going to be using just good old corner pieces. It will do the job. It won't be as neat as this side, but it will do the job, and it will. I'm using the bricks that I have, so that's my next move. I actually love the facial expression on this lady as she's coming through. She's smiling, but it's like a grit of the teeth. So, like I was saying before, I've just done corner pieces and the walls on this one. I have got a 1x4 plate. It's more angle pieces. That's corner pieces, and I'm going to put paste in. Now I did need to put 2 of the corner plates just to bring the level up even. Even for the build, and then I can put I'll put another 1x4 brick there, and I can put the roof on. And then it's the joy of trying to wiggle it in so it locks in place with the pins, but sits on the bricks as well. So you want the bricks to sit under the plate here, but pinned in so it's all secure. So that'll be a little bit of fiddling around, but that's my next move. I have now completed the build. I did end up taking the rover pod, or whatever you want to call them, mini sub, off the other end and put where I had that lady getting into a scuba gear. So I was able to incorporate that pod, and then I've got the base. So I do have 2 mini subs to go in the underwater scene too. One man with his mic on, quite stern. One man, which I do have to get a hairpiece for, scared out of his wits. So he's not used to driving in mini subs. He's in a situation he doesn't know. Whatever we want to make the play out of. I do have 2 extra of the pallets with the gas and crate. I'll probably put them on the wharf when I come around to building the wharf. I do have one of the mini underwater rovers, whatever you want to call them. The other one I'm definitely going to use. They're different builds, so they're in my shop or warehouse build. Got the hammerhead sharks and stingrays to come in too. Had a play around with the crabs and the coral. I've got the man searching. I think I originally had him searching that way. However he's going, it's just a nice way I thought to have him look like he's swimming above the water. And I've done a bit of a mini cave around this side with the 3 treasure chests blocked in the cave system. One open with the big being saved. So this rock formation isn't attached yet. That hopefully will happen when I've got some more of these sand-based plates. So that's our adaptation of the set. Number here, 60265. Now I do have leftover pieces, so a nice pile over here, just spare parts at this stage for those ones. Some of them may be incorporated in again that warehouse of building pieces. The big fan piece might be exhaust fan on the wall. I do have the fish out of the fish tank, so focus. So they'll be going. I'll remove the black piece, and they'll just go in the underwater scene. So we've got some of those clownfish or anemones, or I don't know, I think that's what they're called, floating under the water. Another spare gas tank, the coffee machine, and lantern. Again, they might go into a shop, but extra pieces. But I think this has come out looking not too bad. If I get the parts, I may change these bits where I can see. I probably should have done the smooth side where I can see, and the corner pieces I couldn't see, but that's okay. It's all enclosed now, so I don't have an underwater scene enclosure with air gaps. So at least for these mini subs, I don't have that open base plate like some of them did, but I get to now play, see where it sits in the city. So I've placed the underwater base in my ocean scene. This is just one angle of what the base is looking like. Trying to get different layers and depths, so it's not all on one level. So having some of the subs at different heights, just trying to get that layering effect if I can. So I've got the sharks up above or some of them up above the base as well. Rubbish going on in collections. like on the back wall and my blue section how I do have the depths. Not sure, I might move him up a little bit because of being close at this angle, but that's just how I've got it set at the moment. Just wait, I'll change the angles so you can see it from a different perspective. I'm not sure. I do like the configuration of the base, but as I put it in, I do think I have to make my underwater scene bigger, out wider, just so that the base doesn't take up such a big proportion of it. I like the guy's facial expression in this sub. It's like he's gone off track, and so he's all scared. See if I open this, you get a better, not going to just stuff it, so I hope you can see his scared look going on. I thought that was quite funny as he's coming into the scavengers, or the Atlantis scavengers. So yeah, goes with this one where he's scared. I can even show you this one. He's scared in there as well. Got the fright that the glow in the dark fish is coming out of the cave system. So there are little bits in and out. I think they're called vignettes or whatever they're called. Just little things to see. Bring you in closer. So as you can see, I did take off what was originally supposed to be the fish ones. So we've got the clownfish animation, and then the cave full of treasure chests, so they've all come out with the cheeky shark guy going in one. I don't know how he's hiding that from the base that's literally on top of the cave, but so that is my underwater scene at the moment. I do plan on doing more for it. I do have to try and get more of this sandy colour, or even the darker tan, or tan, what do you call that colour, just to cover up really the grey. Yeah, having a little bit of grey for rock formations works, but as a full base plate I don't think it's working for my underwater scene. But like all my other scenes, it is a work in progress. And as you can see from here as well, different heights. So I'm using the blue tiles, or blue bricks, to give height for a lot of places at the moment. And trying to do different angles in it as well. So that's where, for example, shaking, just having a single brick and tilting the angle and putting the creature on top, just is a little bit handier for throwing an angle. I'll now move to the above water scene, so you can see what I've done in that one. So this is my ground level city at the moment. Remember, it is very fresh and basic, but I have been playing around with Duplo blocks at the moment and just spare bricks, just to give some more height. So I'm looking at a basis for a waterfall that I can then, using the Lego bricks to give it more defined space. I've also hidden, that's where I've hidden the Tasmanian devil. I've got like a pyramid style with coyote over there, just so that I've got a sand scene or something. I just had a lot of yellow Duplo bricks. It was a way to use them up. do have a Hulk up in my waterfall at the moment, in the Duplo set, and that's part of a was a Hulk and Spider-Man Duplo set, so I've got part of that going. I will go into more depth on that one at a later date. And those gas cylinder pallets that I had left over from the base build, I'm just starting a wharf or something to go up against my ocean and pier, or whatever you want to call that, with the road going on. I just thought, well, if I place things with an idea where I can build out from, just it's jogging my brain for some more ideas. What I also have made while playing this was I got one of the minifigure sets, the special edition Looney Tunes one, set 71030, which has come out this year of 2021. There's Sylvester. He does have a baseball bat. I'm going to remove his baseball bat. I might put him in up with Tasmanian Devil in there somewhere in the jungle. As much as I'm doing different characters as people in my city, like the video creatures, the fox, the leopard and the bunny, I did think Sylvester just looked like a big cat, or somewhere between a human and a cat, so I did think if I put him in the wild, he'd look better that way. So that's where I'm at for that one. He'll not lay on the ocean. I don't think he'll swim well, but I will put him over in where I'm thinking of the jungle section. Good thing about Duplo blocks is that they fill up a space very quickly. You can get height simply, but it does marry up with the Lego. So for example, I don't know if you can see, I've got some Lego bricks sitting on top of the Duplo bricks, and the Duplo is actually sitting on top of the Lego piece plates. So that's been my progress so far. It is a different style of video this time around, so please in the comments below let me know what you think, if you prefer this way or just me building up. So you're watching the whole process. I would like to know, and please, if you did like this video, like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time on my next build. Thanks again.